Okay, welcome back, Minneapolis Junior Senior High School fans here on May 2nd. Second game of this doubleheader, and we're going to start out with senior night recognition.
Take a moment to recognize our senior athletes. Levi Osherman.
First is Levi Osherman, left base.
Levi is the son of Scott and Becky Osherman. He has been a member of the team 4 years, lettering in 1. Next fall, Levi will be attending Fort Hays State University, majoring in athletic training with the plans of becoming a physician's assistant. Levi Osherman. Gaten Heald.
Gaten Heald, the second senior.
Gaten is the son of Chris and Kristen Heald. He has participated in baseball 4 years, lettering in 2 of them. In the fall, Gaten plans to attend Friends University, majoring in business, as well as continuing his football career. Gaten Heald.
All-league tackle 2 years in a row, and will play football
Luke
at Friends
Vogel.
University. Lucas Vogel.
Luke is the son of Darren and Anita Laws. Luke has been a member of the baseball team all 4 years of high school, lettering in 1. Next fall, Luke will attend Fort Hays State University, majoring in secondary education with a minor in Spanish. Lucas Vogel. Thank you, seniors, for your dedication and commitment to MHS and our baseball program. Good luck in the future. Please give all the seniors one big round of applause.
Thank you, seniors, for your careers here at Minneapolis High School. Game 2 will start shortly here.
Game 2 shortly.
Okay, we're getting ready to open the bottom of the first. Republic County coming to bat. First at bat is Lapo, number 23, shortstop.
Buffalo, number 23, Tate Lapo.
Gaten Heald pitching for Minneapolis. Strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Fouled, back to the fence. Count stays at 0-2. Your 15-2 Lions here hosting the 0-11 Buffs, who are in their first year of baseball. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Now batting for the Buffalo, number 7, Tyler Havel.
Havel, catcher, up to bat for the Buffs. Fair down the left field line, picked up by Vogel. A little high, it's safe at first. So a single For Havel.
Buffalo number 24, Derek Boxa.
Boxa up. Playing left field this inning, this game. Ball, first pitch here. Outside, ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Walked him inside, so 2 runners on for the Buffs.
Now batting for the Buffalo number 18, Caleb Bates.
Bates up, number 18, first baseman. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 the count, 1 out. Here in the top of the first. 2 runners on. Fouls that. Into the right side of the fence here. Foul deep down the left side. Looks like all cars are safe over there. 0-2 the count. Foul to the right side. Outside and high. Makes the count 1-2. Fouls that down the left side. Keeps the count at 1-2. Gets away. Runner moves to third. From second. Runners at the corner for the Buffs. 2-2 count here. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Now batting for the Buffalo number 12.
Boxa moves to second. Two down. Boyer up to bat, number 12, center fielder. Strike is called. Fouls that up. Into the net behind. Fouls to the right side again. Outside. Ball one. 1-2 the count. For Boyer. 2 down here. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The Bus Strand 2. Two strikeouts for Heald in the first inning. They get 1 hit. They walk a batter and score 0. The Davidson Agency with Lyle Davidson helps sponsor these broadcasts. They have offices in Bennington, Delphus, and Minneapolis. Your nationwide insurance agent and also an independent insurance agent offering a wide range of companies and products. Contact Lyle at 785-523-4202. First time through the order, Trent Meckel up to bat. Trent with 2 hits, 2 walks last time. Starting pitcher for the Buffs of Sabota. I can say that in my mind. My bottom lip messes it up.
Now batting for the Lions, number 11, Trent Meckel.
The first pitch coming here, low and outside. That pitch hits Trent, so he's on to the walk.
Now batting for the Lions, number 10, Nolan White.
Nolan White up from Minneapolis. Had 1 hit and 1 walk in the first game. Meckel goes for the steal, and they don't even try to throw him down. Trent had 3 steals in the first game. One and 1 the count to White. Inside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Strike is called, 3-1. Walked him. Meckel moves to third. Runners at the corners. Up, Caden Griffin.
Now batting for the Lions, number 1, Caden Griffin.
Caden had 2 hits, an RBI, scored 2 runs in the first game. Fouls that to the left side. And White is moved to second. So 2 runners in scoring position. Called strike there. 2-2 there was count. So a hit might score 2 runs here. Hits it to the shortstop. Out at first, it scores Meckel. White stays at third. One zero, Minneapolis.
Now batting for the Lions, number 24,
With 1 out.
Spencer Davidson.
A runner at third. Spencer Davidson up the bat. Spencer had 1 hit and 2 RBIs. Scored a run in the last game. Almost bunts that. And some mishandling in the infield keeps him safe at first.
Now batting for the Lions, number 14, Cooper Thompson.
Cooper Thompson up. Davidson's going for a steal and gets it. Ooh, hit him. Nope. He missed. And Nolan White steals home. Scores a run on that wild pitch. Makes it 2-0 Minneapolis. Cooper Thompson had 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Was on with a walk in the last game. High there. 2-1 the count here. Just foul down the right field line. Draws the count even to 2-2. Fouled to the left. Keeps the count at 2-2. He chased that, strikes out. So 2 down for Minneapolis.
Now batting for the Lions, number 12, Luke Vogel.
Lucas Vogel up, third baseman. Lucas had 1 hit last game. Wild pitch gets away, and Spencer Davidson scores. Makes it 3-0 Lions. Here in the bottom of the first. 2 outs. Nobody on base now. What did she say? 1-0 the count. Connects, pops up to the shortstop who makes the catch, and that ends the inning. So Minneapolis strands no one but scores 3 runs in the first inning on 1 hit and 2 walks. As we move to the top of the second. If you have the inevitable happen to, what seems like will be the inevitable, happen to one of your vehicles with either body damage or window shield damage, contact D&M Body Shop at 1206 North 120th Road or call John Wright at 785-392-2666. They specialize in auto body paint and interior repairs, also auto glass tinting and replacement.
Batting for the Buffalo, number 9, Connor Svoboda.
Start the second inning. Number 9, Svoboda. Pitcher in this game. Hits that right back to Heald. Catches it and throws him out at first.
Batting for the Buffalo, number 16, Dan Ricci.
Ricci, number 16, third baseman. It's up to bat. Strike is called. Fouls that back into the fence and comes back and hits the announcer's booth here. Outside and high. Makes the count 1-2. Low, ball 2. Evens the count at 2-2. He hits that, gathered by Meckel at second base, and he's out at first.
Now batting for the Buffalo, number 11, Dylan McCartney.
Console at the pitcher's mound. Are we taking Healed out? Might have rolled an ankle. I would think he'd be coming up eventually here pretty quickly with watching the pitch count, make sure he doesn't go over a limit. Inside, ball one. Ball two. Swing and a hit out into right field. Caught on the hop by right fielder Watson. So a single.
Buffalo number 22, Quentin Beason.
McCarty with the single. Strike one. We have 2 outs. 1 runner on for the Buffs. Pops that up. Out to right field. Falls for a hit. And they caught the runner trying to get the third from first. That was McCarty. The base running out. Ends the inning. (3-0) after 1.5 innings. Five pitches thrown by Healed in that inning. Beeson should be up for the Buffs to start. Or for we're back to Minneapolis. Gayton Healed should be up to bat for Minneapolis. For all your banking needs, consider the Citizen State Bank and Trust Company. Locations in Delphos, Glasgow, and Minneapolis. Contact Owen Kendall or Jared Schmidt for all your banking needs. Citizen State features online banking, deposit accounts, loans, investment and trust services, and the Farm and Ranch Corner. Healed up. He had 1 at bat last game. Got a hit and an RBI.
Healed.
And was replaced by a courtesy runner. Takes a swing at the first pitch and is in the gap out to left field. Gayton will get to first.
Batting for the Lions, number 8, Daniel Watson.
Daniel Watson up for the Lions. Right fielder. Healed goes for the steal. And slides in. Watson is batting .250 average and on-base percentage of .438 on the season. The count is 1-0 here. Two and 0 the count. The 2-0 pitch outside. Walks him. So Watson on base. Levi Osherman up, left fielder.
Now batting for the Lions.
No outs, 2 men on.
Levi Osherman.
Levi had no hits last game, was on base once with a walk. Struck out and ground out. And over the pitcher's head, he couldn't catch it. Loads the bases up with that hit. Loads the bases for Lucas Vogel.
Now batting for the Lions, number 11, Trent Meckel.
Meckel up to bat. Hit him in the left leg. 2 walks and 2 at bats. And that brought Gaten Heald in, so an RBI for Trent.
Now batting for the Lions, number 10, Nolan White.
4-0 now. No outs, bases loaded. And a wild pitch scores Watson on a steal at home. Runners advance to second and third. Nolan White is up to bat. Nolan had 1 hit and an RBI, scored 2 runs last game. Connects with that. Pitcher, or the second baseman gets it there, but it's not caught. So that error scores Osherman and Meckel. An RBI for White. 2 RBIs, actually.
Now batting for the Lions, number 1, Caden Griffin.
So 1 runner at first for Minneapolis. Scores 7-0, excuse me. Caden Griffin up. Second time through the order. Caden had a ground out last time, but got an RBI. Hits that, gets by the shortstop. And Nolan White comes from first to home on a double by Griffin. Griffin's second RBI. Makes it 8-0.
Now batting for the Lions, number 24, Spencer Davidson.
Spencer Davidson up for Minneapolis. He had a single last time, scored a run. And they hit him. So he draws a walk. Cooper Thompson up. Runners are first and second for Minneapolis.
14,
No outs.
Thompson.
And Griffin steals third. Hit to the third baseman, who throws Thompson out, but it scores Griffin. So Thompson has had a strikeout and a ground out so far. One RBI.
Now batting for the Lions, number 12, Luke Vogel.
Griffin scores to make it 9-0 Minneapolis. Vogel up. Outside. Davidson is going to steal to third. Two and 0 the count here. He hits that out into center field, falls for a hit. It's going to score Davidson. A single for Lucas Vogel here on senior night and an RBI. It's 10-0 Minneapolis. Bottom of the second. Gayton Heel will be at bat. Gayton had a hit, scored a run last time. We're having a conversation at the pitcher's mound with the coach and Svoboda.
Now batting for the Lions, number 23, Gayton Heald.
And Vogel goes for the steal. And it's safe. One out here for Minneapolis. High and outside. Ball one. 1-1 the count. Your 1-1 pitch coming. Outside, ball 2. Daniel Watson on deck for Minneapolis. Got on with a walk last time, scored a run. Healed inside, pops that out. Center fielder makes the catch. Vogel stays at second.
Now batting for the Lions, number 8, Daniel
Watson up to bat. 2 down for Minneapolis, 10-0 in the second. Low moves Vogel to third. Ball couldn't be controlled by the catcher. His second steal of the day. Outside, Watson is walked. His second of the day. He has scored 1 run. Levi Osherman up, second time through the order. He got a hit last time, a single.
Now batting for the Lions, number 2, Levi Osherman.
A hit here would score 1 or 2 runs. And there goes Watson with the steal, and that's gonna, a wild pitch is gonna move Vogel home. And Watson's going from first to home on bad throws. Cleared the bases. Makes it 12-0 Minneapolis. Strike 1 call. Osherman hits that to second baseman. He corrals it. And it's dropped by the first baseman. So Levi gets his second hit of the game via an error.
Now batting for the Lions, number 11, Trent Meckel.
8th error of the game, I believe. Could be wrong. Third time through the order, Trent Meckel. Been on twice with walks. Scored a run, has an RBI. Two outs here. Pickoff attempt for Oshman's a little late. Smacks that foul down the left side. Ooh. Foul tip ends up hitting the umpire in the shoulder, the left shoulder. 0-2 is the count. Low and outside is going to move Osherman on a steal to second. So Levi in scoring position. foul down the left side. On deck is Nolan White. High and inside pitch. Meckel needs to duck to keep from getting beamed. Count is 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Hits that. Gets just past the shortstop. That should score Levi Osherman. It does. Standing up. Meckel is at second. So a double for Trent Meckel and an RBI. His second of the game. Osherman gets his first run of the game.
Now batting for the Lions, number 10, Nolan White.
Hits White. He's on base with a walk. Meckel's at second. Caden Griffin up.
Now batting for the Lions, number 1, Caden
He's had a hit,
Griffin.
2 RBIs, scored a run so far. Foul there, nope, to the left. That's the force out for Meckel, and that ends the inning. Third baseman gathered that up and did the right thing. It's Minneapolis Strands 1. Scores 10. Make it 13-0. As we move to the top of the third. Okay, Griffin is in relief of Heald. Heald retired after 35 pitches. Heald is at first. Vogel is at short. No, third. Nolan White still at short. Who's out in center now? Who?
Now batting for the Buffalo, number 23, Kate Lapo.
Lapo at the bat for the Buffs. Second time through the order for the Buffs. Strike is called. Here in the top of the third. Your line's up 13-0. Outside, strike 2. Outside the swing. Pops that out to the right side. Ball one outside. 1-2 the count. Count now is 2-2. Stays fair. That thing dribbled down the left field line. Looked like it was going to twizzle out.
Now batting for the Buffalo, number 7,
But
Havel.
Lapo gets a hit with a single. Havel up. Catcher. High and inside. Ball one. Outside, ball two. Pop up. Trent Meckel gets underneath it at second, makes the catch.
Now batting for the Buffalo, number 24, Derek Boxa.
Boxa up for the Bus with one down. Top of the third. Man at first. A hit out in the right field. Couldn't be made. Kate Thomas and Gaten Heel collide out there. So strike one. For Boxa. High and inside. Ball one. 1-1 coming up. Your 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit directly to Nolan White at second. Not in time for the double play.
Now batting for the Buffalo, number 18, Caleb Bates.
So Havel is out with the base running out. Boxer with the hit. Single. So 2 outs, a runner at first. Bates up, second time around. Outside. Pop up. Vogel's underneath it, makes the catch to end the inning. The Buffs strand a runner. And score no runs. Griffin with 15 pitches in the third. Minneapolis with 15 wins right now. Looks like they're assuredly on their way to win number 16. 2 more games to play. So they are pretty close to being certain of winning probably their regional seeding contest. They're first now. Closest competitor is Thomas More Prep. They're at 11-3. If Minneapolis ends up being the number 1 seed, they will host the first round game here at Minneapolis on May 17th at 5 p.m. At this point, it would probably be Lincoln, Sylvan Lucas. You might say, wouldn't they be 2A? No, as a combined team, they're 3A. New pitcher for the Buffs, Bates. Svoboda out after 62 pitches in 2 innings. Minneapolis' last 2 scheduled games are against Southeast of Saline next Tuesday afternoon at Gypsum, if the weather allows. Cade Thomas up for Minneapolis.
Now batting for the Lions, number 16, Cade Thomas.
Ball 1. Here in the bottom of the third. 13-0 Minneapolis. Thomas gets that in the gap out to right field. And we'll have a single. Jacob Atkinson up for Minneapolis.
Now batting for the Lions, number 19, Jacob Atkinson.
Outside, but strike 1. Pops that up. Second baseman gets underneath it and makes the catch. Lucas Vogel up.
Now batting for the Lions,
for Minneapolis.
Luke Vogel.
Strike is called. Count is 0-1. Inside and high. Moves Thomas to second on a steal. So he's in scoring position. High. Gaten Heel is on deck for Minneapolis, currently first baseman. Ooh. Vogel narrowly missed getting hit there. 3-1 the count. Your 3-1 pitch swung on, fouls down the left side. They try to get under it. That's too far. Full count, 3-2. He hits that out into center field. It's going to fall for a hit. Will probably score Thomas. It does. Vogel's going to go for a triple on an RBI. His second hit. Second RBI.
Now batting for the Lions, number 23, Gaten Heald.
K. Thomas scoring a run. It's 14-0 Minneapolis. Outside. Ball 2. He gets that out in the right field for a hit. And that scores Vogel. And that ends the game. Run rule, 15 and 3 innings. Your winning pitcher gets the game-winning RBI, Gaten Heald. As Vogel comes across with the run. (15-0) Minneapolis. They've moved their record to 16-2. And 9-1 in the league. Congratulations, Minneapolis. Their next scheduled games are next Tuesday, unless that changes somehow with weather, at southeast of Saline. We might be playing for the league title. We might have it before the night's over, depending on how the games go between Russell and southeast of Saline tonight. Minneapolis moves on to 16-2, their best ever record in program history. The next home game will the potentially next home game here on the 17th at 5 p.m. in quarterfinals action of the regional tournament. Most probably would be Lincoln Sylvan Grove. I'm going to name the player of the game, Gaten Heald, as the winning pitcher and also with the winning RBI hit. And that is sponsored by the Davidson Agency with Lyle Davidson of Bennington, Delphus, and Minneapolis. So these games are over 2 hours and 45 minutes after they start. Dale Leach going to sign off on CityLinkTV.com, Minneapolis, and tape delayed to Eagle Communications, Channel 20. Thanks for watching us, folks. Good night.